A look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. We are gearing up for a showdown between these two teams representing their conferences and hoping to build some bragging rights. It's the South Alabama Jaguars and the Baylor Bears. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
McLean Stadium is one of the most unique in all of college football. You can literally sailgate, drive your boat right to the stadium. This is a beautiful stadium, smaller capacity, but these fans make it special. From the run-on of all the students to start the game, they are loud and passionate every time the football is kicked off in Texas. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Jaguars ready to kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. From the gun, running back on the move. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Flagway. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Turning it on. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
DJ going to fire again. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Got a little grass. Bust through behind his pad. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Lagway to pass. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
3rd and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Action on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. On the option. Quarterback keep. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Davenport. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your 2nd drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible in getting that completion on 3rd.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Jaguars look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jenkins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He'll keep it again on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Davenport. Caught in the backfield. It's Phillips. To the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
The Jaguars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a...
He caught it. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. So now it's second and long. Throwing, Lagway. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Using his legs, it's Phillips. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you've gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Phillips. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Off the play fake on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Hunter. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Davenport. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Alabama.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone.
Fires one high and deep. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
Keeps it himself. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the Jaguars are flying down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run the option. Keeps it on the option. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Jaguars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Goes to the option. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught over the middle. It's Phillips. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had...
Going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There he goes. Touchdown, Bears. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And this offense picked up right where they left off. And that didn't take long, did it? I mean, that was a fast drive. They strike quickly. This offense has got it humming. There's got to be some answers figured out by this defense, or this game is going to get sideways in a hurry.
And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking to throw, it's Jacobs. Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Brings up second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. The option look. Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When you're a defense and they run the triple option, it is exhausting. You literally have to make sure you focus on your guy. They did an unbelievable job taking away the options. Quarterback had nowhere to go with the football. They strung him out towards the sideline. Great positive play by this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Jacobs. Hauls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Martin. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll go right back to the run. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. He'll pitch it. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Reads it, fires complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
And the Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to him. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Flag wave from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here comes the option. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
The run inside. It's Martin. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lagway wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Freeman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Finding open areas. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Black 14! Black 14!
Lagway. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun. And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Dropping back, it's Jacobs. Snagged in the middle, it's Martin. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Jaguars! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. On the option. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
Sat down at 19. Number 51 set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football, and I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Here's Lagway to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. Oh, and out of space. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
You gotta love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions, he's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Red 18, red 18.
throws a quick throw out to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Turner. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
Red 18, red 18. Cross.
From the gun on third down, Lagway. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. Time is running short. They let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Back to throw, it's Jacobs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air, it's Jacobs. Caught behind the line, it's short. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Gets rid of it. He's going for the goal line. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They're going to run it. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Lagway to throw for it on fourth. Unloads it left. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the move, it's Martin.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
They'll keep it on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
QB spicing. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Jacobs. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, they're running four verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for four verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Red 18,